One day. This is an intermediate song. It's not got a lot of difficult translations, but there are 5 verses to start with, which will make it more difficult. And there are some of the words in here that are not included in the beginning group of words that we have for ASL. Some words that I will go through, words like Calvary. If you begin to think of the base of a mountain, it starts with basically both hands in an S position, rock on rock, dominant on top, and then take it up. Now remember, a mountain is a lot higher than just a hill, so take it up. The hill of Calvary then would be here, but then with the cross on top of it. Grave, and that's where you're going to show that mound of dirt beginning out and coming back, both open hands, palm down. Just go over that mound of dirt. Grave. Concealed. In this instance, the word normally means hidden. One day the grave could conceal him no longer, and I think it is more the word to keep. So I have translated it, the grave could not keep him any longer. So I use the word keep, which is basically if you think of the K, kind of drop your thumb down and then put it against the back of your S hand, bringing it toward yourself. Keep or conceal. Trumpet, anytime you're talking a musical instrument, you're going to be doing the movements that accompany that instrument. If you're just thinking of a trumpet, you're going to be just moving your fingers up here. Trumpet. Rested, that would be a double R, your dominant basically on top, and bring it down. Rested. Suffer, both hands, it's like you're crushing something in between your hands. So put them together, it's tight, and then move it around. Away or pushed away. Away. And so we're rolling it away from the door. And of course, suffer, anguish, they're the same thing. Despised. You take your center finger, holding it with your thumb, and then pop it out. It's hate or despise. Rejected, get a hold of it and pull it away. Rejected. To keep vigil would be to keep watch. Both two hands like your two eyes, and take it out like you're looking at something. But because of it being, it's not just seeing something. To keep vigil, you're really going to watch it carefully. Vigil. Virgin, the V hand in the formation of the veil that women used to wear across their heads. A virgin. Dwelt or lived. The L hands coming up the body like the blood that flows up your body. Dwelt or lived. Bearing our sin. Now, this one does not mean to endure. This bearing means to carry. And I talk a lot about English being difficult. This is one of the things that you need to be careful of, is that you don't assume that because one of the bear is here to endure, that all of them are there. You have to look at the meaning to carry. Example, you're going to show it, but with the E in your dominant hand against your hand. Did you see this? Well, example, you're showing it. E. Redeemer, the R Remember, they're bound at the wrist, because just like in slavery, you would be bound at the wrist, holding with like a chain or a rope, and then breaking free. With the R is to redeem, and put the person ending on it. Hopeless, hope coming from heaven, and so hope is here. So it is going to be without. Both A hands together, pull them apart because you don't have it. Without hope, hopeless. Ascended, and I talk about Charlie a lot. So he is standing on the earth. At this point, he's going to ascend, meaning to go up. Ascended. Glorious, center finger coming from the center of your palm, and let it shimmer as it goes up. Glorious. Now, Savior and Redeemer, same thing except with the S hands. And I think those are the only words that you're going to need that you might need a little extra help with. One day when heaven was filled with his praises, one day when sin was as black as could be, Jesus came forth to be born of a virgin, dwelt among men, my example is he. Living, he loved me. Dying, he saved me. Buried, he carried my sins far away. Rising, he justified freely forever. One day he's coming, oh glorious day. One day they led him up Calvary's mountain. One day they nailed him to die on the tree. Suffering, anguish, despised and rejected, bearing our sins, my Redeemer is he. Living, he loved me. Dying, he saved me. Buried, he carried my sins far away. Rising, he justified freely forever. One day he's coming, oh glorious day. One day they left him alone in the garden. One day he rested from suffering free. Angels came down o'er his tomb to keep vigil. Hope of the hopeless, my Savior is he. Living, he loved me. Dying, he saved me. He buried, he carried sins far away. Rising, he justified freely forever. One day he's coming, oh glorious day. One day the grave could conceal him no longer. One day the stone rolled away from the door. Then he arose, over death he had conquered. Now he's ascended, my Lord evermore. Living he loved me, dying he saved me, buried he carried my sins far away. Rising he justified freely forever. One day he's coming, oh glorious day. One day the trumpet will sound for his coming. One day the skies with his glory will shine. Wonderful day, my beloved ones bringing. Glorious Savior, this Jesus is mine. Living he loved me, dying he saved me, buried he carried my sins far away. Rising he justified